Well, do you have a little one heading off to kindergarten for the first time? If you and your kindergartner-to-be are worried about it, how about a couple of practice runs before school starts? Set the alarm, put out the school clothes, and then get up and practice getting ready to go on time. Having a routine established generally makes kids feel a lot more secure. For more tips on getting off to a smooth start in school, Jennifer Reynolds talked to a pint-sized expert on the subject.
Taryn Libby says she had no trouble getting into the swing of all-day kindergarten, even though she was only 4 at the time. But she tells me there were some kids who were a little worried about leaving Mom and Dad all alone.
They start crying, and then my teacher goes over and helps them stop crying. So, and she tells them that your parents are going to be okay.
And they'll be back to get you.
And they'll be back to get you real soon.
Taryn wants kids contemplating kindergarten to know all their worries will probably slip away by lunchtime. Hers did.
Because there's other kids around me, and I get to play with them. They're so fun that I just start playing with them and forget about my parents.
And so you just had a good time. And listen to this. Taryn suggests that parents send pictures of themselves at this age to school with their new kindergartners. She says they'll look at them during those first scary days and feel reassured by the fact that their parents made it through kindergarten okay and had a great time, and they can too. Not a bad idea. On Child Watch, Jennifer Reynolds, News 9.
Yeah, and that age, kids don't laugh at their parents yet. Coming up at 6, Jennifer talks with Taryn's 14-year-old sister about making the switch to middle school. And at 10, she talks to a freshman about heading to high school for the first time.
Yeah, at that age, they're still smart. They get older, parents get stupider. Time is running out for parents who still need to enroll their children for school in the Oklahoma City School District. Students need to be enrolled before
It's considered the most dangerous time in a child's life. We're talking about those middle school years. Statistics tell us that's when kids are most likely to start cutting class, getting into trouble with the law, becoming sexually active. But there are some things that you and your kids can do to get ready for the challenge of middle school. We talked to a local expert who remembers just what it's like. 14-year-old Tosha Libby is headed for high school now, but she remembers well coming home in tears the first few weeks as a 6th grader in a school full of 7th and 8th graders.
We were really scared the first week of school and everything, but I mean, after the first 2 weeks of school, everything was like, okay, who cares? They're a year older than us, big deal.
Tasha advises middle schoolers to just be themselves.
I think that's a mistake that a lot of people make, is by trying to be something that they're not, and it really gets you nowhere. They try to smart off to people, and that makes you so uncool. And yeah, just to be yourself would help so much, because then people would know who you were, and they would know right off, this person is a person I want to be around, and this is a person that I can count on. And that really helps with teachers too. It really helps to have parents that stand behind you on that kind of thing and sit down and talk to you and be like, so how was your day? What all did you do? And because that really helped me out too.
Tasha says the one thing beside that great parental support that really helped her cope with the pressures of middle school was being in the band. So Kelly, she recommends getting involved with some kind of extracurricular activity because it gives you friends to hang around with and shoulders to cry on.
Pretty good advice from Tasha. And tonight at 10 o'clock, we're going to talk to Tasha's older sister, who is already counting down the moments of her senior year to get some tips for incoming freshmen. You want to see that? Don't go away. The forecast up next. Even under the best of circumstances, starting high school can be a little intimidating. Tonight, as we head back to school, Jennifer has some help for 9th graders and their parents.
Kelly, to get that help, we went straight to the source of all high school wisdom, a graduating senior.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about finishing school.
Tana Libby's counting down the minutes till May, but she's still awash with great memories of high school, of friends she made mostly through music. She says having a place to belong really makes high school a better experience.
Well, when the day's over, I can go back to the band room and see everybody again. All my friends are there. And I think that people who don't have stuff like that tend to be a little bit more lost, a little unattached from school.
Tana also advises parents to be as involved as her mom has been.
She comes and eats lunch with me every once in a while and stuff like that, and she's involved in what's going on, and she knows, you know, when I have a test coming up, and she knows all that kind of stuff and asks about it and makes sure that I'm doing all right.
One other bit of advice for a freshman: beware of upperclassmen or teachers bearing passes to non-existent elevators.
It's an ongoing joke. We always try to sell everybody elevator passes when they come to high school, and yeah, don't buy one.
That goes for pool passes and other things like that. Parents, Tana says even if you've already involved yourselves heavily in your own kids' lives, she thinks you can really still make a difference by reaching out to their friends, too.
Now she tells me about those elevator passes. Jennifer, that's especially true if those kids don't have as good a support system as Tana obviously does. Get involved. A kidnapper is slithering its way into the Oklahoma City Zoo, and the